finally home. I took the liberty to go and prepare a little for the stream. And Mini. Yeah, Kitty wants to say hello to me all the time. I really like her, but I just wanted to sit down with you guys. So everything will be fine. She just wants attention. Stream number 2039. Alright. Stream is now updated and ready to go. Alright. As always, I need to catch up just a little.
Nice of you to help keep those people out of the exclusion zone, or they might have been crushed by falling rocks. You got a real future in real estate. Or insurance underwriting.
Liftoff.
Hey D. Yeah, I just got home. Alright. Learn the Abbot's secret. Okay. Undercover further correspondence from Abbot Newell. Points Seer Wiley in an uncharacteristically poor light. Right. There may be more messages worth finding. Let's see if I die. I actually thought I would die there. Looking for food. Learn the abbot's secret. I could pickpocket him.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
How do you feel, darling?
Like a Gorvid's got it. I still don't get it, Piotr.
How do you feel,
Piotr.
darling?
Like a Gorvid's
Piotr.
got its hands around my lungs.
I guess.
Keep squeezing.
Bread with
We're going to
crackers.
get your medicine. Don't worry.
Not
Mathematically
sure how you can
unnecessary.
always be so optimistic.
That man is very happy
Lots of
about
folk
soup. Which is
Thank
fine.
law, the displaced listen to reason. The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Alright, I guess I'm... Oh, it's like... The
Can you
rock?
believe we almost moved into the exclusion zone?
Why
Warned us. They knew something bad would happen.
was it that you didn't move in?
Just for show.
All right, I'll admit it. I had the order pegged all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My time is yours.
Wow, a friendly face.
I haven't any time for idle chatter.
Oh,
But I suppose I can carve out a moment for urgent business.
cut out a moment to change a hat, lady. There's an old school original weapon. Ooh, expensive. My surcharge has gone up by 6% for some reason. Hey.
OA archive transcription number 3918-4 begins here. Hello. unlettered scientists showed that the berries were not poisonous at all. Instead, they were infected. Farther and grow better than unintended ones. Perhaps unsurprisingly, careless anti-Detroit scientists mislabeled this case of obvious symbiosis, given how both the purpleberry plant and its parasite are benefited by the relationship, as a parasitical relationship. Given that initial
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery, and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No. Unless...
What is with the anomalous
Why
behavior?
would know this, I'm sure.
Well, aren't you the eccentric sort? I just cannot figure you out.
Assessing. Contraption inaccessible. Contraption.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Commotion ceased on its own.
Stop deviating from the baseline. Something amiss? Collecting data. So close, and yet maddeningly far. Proceeding to dismantle. Commotion ceased on its own. Stop deviating from the baseline.
given that initial classification error.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery, and now the lift...
What is with the anomalous behavior?
Selecting data in the proper receptacle. Can't silence it from here. I would dismantle that contraption if I could. Oh well. Back to my routine. Something assessing. So close. And yet maddeningly far. Ceased on its own.
Load selected. Yeah, why do you think I clicked it? Manual save, auto save. Well, let's go with the manual.
Given that initial classification error, it's a wonder the Anti's Choice scientists managed to ascertain any subsequent safeguards at all. After some additional casualties, plodding Anti's Choice field researchers discovered that co-native planetary fauna was well adapted to the parasite and hardly affected by it to any large amount. But human colonists were not so fortunate.
Grand Architect!
The human internal biome to such a degree.
First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No. Unless... Why? This, I'm sure.
Berries and most of the person's gastrointestinal tract. Human casualty rate. Upselling unnecessary procedures or prescribing expensive ointments such as antibiotics. No benefit to the dying
Proceeding to dismantle. Oh well. Back to my routine. Yeah.
Are you sure that works to support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
We'd love to help, but not as much as we prefer to leave. Plan guide you. We'd love to help.
Watch out
but
for
not
Wiley.
as much as we prefer
He's
to leave.
accounted for
Plan guide
everything.
you.
He'll know you're coming. Watch out for Wiley. He's accounted for everything. He'll know you're...
catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the Order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things happen for a reason. The wise know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. We are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
Okay. Base health? Serenium. Nah, yeah, okay. Okay. Toxicity drain, base health, 80 toxicity. There. He looks sad.
Nice of you, wildly
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Commander.
Light. Sorry. Rejuvenation device.
That device may be the deciding factor in whether you live or die in the near future. Unless you can expedite the stage of delivery of the tissue in fractions.
But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Your mother must be so proud.
And I'll take care of him, Commander.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
load. Just give the signal.
Amplificator at ready. Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Taking them down. Taking the fight out of them.
Vitals are in the red, Commander. Standing by to stupefy.
Yo.
Hey, JB. I'm really focused, trying not to screw up here.
It's your Jizzle from the 123-456.
That number keeps increasing. Are you moving a lot, or do you have a area code on Mars, or you know? Yes. What are you doing today? Where is it? Why is this? What am I supposed to do here? Jump? Jumping in this game is not always friendly.
It's been snowing all day. I went out and had a snowball fight and
Yeah.
I only hurt my neck. I can't turn.
Oh, you stretched a muscle, or... Oh, okay. I had last day of school today. Nothing fancy, no tests.
Sprain or muscle or SMTH.
I'm gonna make a sandwich real quick. All right, change your plans. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty? 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 Are you still here, JB? Are you still here, or did you... Little shit cat. Kitty, kitty, kitty. What do we do? You little shit. Kitty, why did we start this, huh? Kitty! Uh-huh. Oh, damn. So weird. Do you know where that one went? I find this so strange. So well, then let's just have to wait. Annoying. Hello. Now, enough about that. I think, where did I put? Oh, here. Goody goody. That's gonna be like that for now. Helping Cat, cooking and trying to focus on the stream is not easy, but now I'm back. Am I invisible? I think I was. That was kind of freaky.
Those junction boxes look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Ankle hold.
Hey, how are you, Max?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. How about you? I'm sorry. I just came home and yeah, I'm just chilling, trying to relax.
Getting ready to leave from work.
Ah. Have you had a good day?
This game looks cool.
It is. It's The Outer Worlds 2.
Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think... Document every corpse you find so we have an accurate head count later?
Have you heard of Arc Raiders?
Only good that it has surprisingly big numbers of players right now.
Henry about. I'm locked and stopped.
But I never got into the game. I get lost in Fallout 76 instead.
I'm thinking of getting it soon. Is this game multiplayer?
No. Single.
You suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Apparatus empty.
But it has humor. Critics has called it Fallout New Vegas in space. A lot of dialogue choices and consequences from actions and stuff. Companions, as you see. And you can roleplay it. You can play as a dumb person, you can play as a professor, you can play as former criminal, something.
What are you playing as?
I'm a mixed mess. I can show you. My character here. So, my background is professor because I thought that it would help me down the line. Not really. And then I'm bound to be very sick. It's a negative trait, but negative traits are not to be understood as only negative. That you are sickly, like it says here. That came up in a conversation when I spoke to a man. And then the man, he gave me not only the medicine that I was bringing him, he gave me the medicine. And on top of that, he gave me money to buy more medicine because he thought that clearly I needed it more than him. So yeah, maybe it's minus 15 in base health, but then you get some other perks that kind of outweighs that. So I guess I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but I'm just what I'm trying to say is that negative trades are not necessarily only negative. I'm a funny guy. That has also helped me once or twice. Mostly it's just saying stupid stuff to the other person, and then the other person get pissed.
Interesting.
Innovative. That has helped me. Crafting stuff. It can be loose wires, a connection that didn't work. To be able to make something on the spot. And yeah, and help the situation like that. And then I've maybe done something wrong because I kind of played it like it's Fallout. Don't do that. These are my faults, my flaws. Anger management. Over-prepared. My magazine size is plus 50%. That's a lot. But minus 40% damage if I empty my magazine. So if you saw me shoot 4 shots with the 5-shot shotgun...
Gluttony low.
Gluttony. I gain more healing from my food and drink. But I move slower when I'm fighting. So yeah, here is where I made mistakes, I could say. I had 2 skills that would be higher than the other from the start. I chose lockpick and science, but pretty soon found out that I need speech. And if you don't have engineering, then there's a lot of stuff you can't do. So I neglected melee, sneak. Explosives are really crazy in this game, and the game is very keen to give you hand grenades. So anything that can explode is really good. And then every second level, so that would be number 2, number 4, number 6, number N, you get to choose a perk. So I am a pickpocket commando. Yeah, brand enthusiast. That's... I shouldn't have taken that because that kind of locked me, because I thought, okay, to get more damage, then I need to wear, let's say, Auntie's Choice armor, weapon, helmet. And that's just annoying because there are so many cool things. So you have to compromise if you choose only to use one brand. You can't get over encumbered, so you can pick up everything. I needed some getting used to. So I have 2.5 pages of guns, and maybe the same in armor. 2, and helmets. Hand grenades, food items. This is for the machine. You take your stim packs, and then you can use different filters for your inhaler. Crafting items, resources, it says. Keys.
This has a Fallout vibe.
It does, but where the game really shines is the humor, the graphics. Obviously, it's a newer game than, let's say, Fallout 4 or 76 for that matter. But the humor, the interactions with people, I thought that negative traits would mean, well, negative, because it would do that in any other game, I believe. But as I said before, it is not only negative, and you just gotta jump into it, because you cannot get every ending, you cannot get every outcome. The way you form your character is how you play the game also, right? So yes, you'll make choices where you maybe think this is for the best, and then everything turns to hot potatoes or whatever you call it, you know. And then you just gotta live with it or make up for it. So yeah, sometimes I do a little manual save before going into a situation, just to be able to see. Yeah, sometimes it is two different outcomes. It can be a yes or no, it can be a kill or don't kill, and other times there is more, like you can talk your way out of it, maybe become friends, or so there is just so much replayability. That it's kind of crazy. Others may thrive under pressure, but you know me, Archie. I learn best in an environment of hate and red. Hey Google. Okay Google. Google went on vacation. Set timer 20 minutes. Jesus Christ. Set timer 20 minutes. A book on wiring, right.
Huh. I'd have expected better cable management from the Order.
Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time. Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
You're in luck. I just finished my 3rd reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it.
Kitty!
Especially around the baths.
Kitty, sorry. I didn't see your tail. I'm sorry. Hey. Hey. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't see your tail. Good thing I didn't wear shoes. Yeah, good thing I didn't wear shoes. I'm sorry, though. You didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. When we finish, blah, 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 especially around the bath. What? We'll use more good books that way. Oh.
Our lives are predestined, ipso facto. If there is conflict, then it was inevitable.
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Hostilities are
plan.
Eliminated. Proceeding forward. Displacing the
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery...
How much time is left on the timer?
It sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
Mobilizing. It's the unknown variable.
Eliminate the target.
target, no attack. Mitigating the threat. Torpification in progress.
You have my back.
Oh, plushy.
Could have sworn you left Scrabbles back on the ship.
I honestly don't really know where I'm going right now. Hmm.
this the Abbot's room?
Did the Abbot take a vow of resplendency?
Corrosive plasma pistol.
She would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented, whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries, if not millennia. The blood spilled today is merely correctional ink, stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame? Student fails.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something?
Bishop Bassar has
Not
failed.
entirely surprised I had to abandon my cover identity earlier. Knew there was a risk if I took action. But when the attack on the outpost opportunity occurred, I had no choice. I do so hope you'll forgive my thoroughly convincing deception, dear.
Centuries, if not millennia.
I'm not so sure Proctor Svoboda was capable of crashing cargo pods into additional Antes installations. Still glad I stopped it. May the plan favor us against long odds.
The blood spilled today is merely correctional ink, stamped onto a test of order aptitude. The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Calls on you, though, dear.
Right. The Seer and DeVries have to be stopped. Everything else comes second.
No need for misplaced optimism. Simply accept the cost and move forward.
Raise high probability. Wiley, drop the fear.
This would be the scriptorium Anchoress, Brun, and Chow mentioned earlier. Should we fetch them their texts? Facilitate their malfunctional behavior further?
Brilliant. Wow. Oh, they got a C drive. This helmet is so cool. Now, dude, come on. No, what's up with you? Game don't want to go in third person. No. Weird. Uh-huh.
me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Command.
Investigating hostile intentions.
How many was in there? I actually dodged a bullet jumping. That felt kind of good. Right. I came from here. No? Looks like a t-shirt. Oh, might be a t-shirt.
Guessing the safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious he's made it.
I have a growing suspicion the Seer's been overindulging in Aetherwave cereals.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something?
I'm becoming irrationally angry.
Unfriendly nearby.
Investigate all our intentions. Your demise is a 20.
strategically optimal.
Taking cover! Re-engaging. Your possibilities are limited.
Fortificator at ready status. Vitals are in the red, command. Would not refuse medical support. Thank you. Hostilities are afoot.
Progressing.
Your confidence lacks. Anomalous barrier.
Shortage of violence.
Anticipating unspecified.
I'll handle this.
Getting rusted here, Commander.
Okay. A bit slow moving, but it's something.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the court press machine! Thank the architect. Not that I was concerned, mind you. Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
Ah, come on. I jumped here before, I think. There we go. Doomsday music. Hey, wait. Was it all banged up? It probably was.
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for? Wonderful. Please deposit the titles in that drawer there, and we will review it forthwith. Excellent timing. We nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh? Hush. The theoreticians are talking. Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
I see someone has been reading On the Origin of Sprats. It has that effect on people.
Mental carceration and the potential unreality of conscious experience adds an interesting dimension to the argument. It's certainly worth exploring.
Perhaps later. For now, I feel we should reward our guest with their choice of reward, given the idiosyncratic nature of his conclusion. Armor or weapon? Very well. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials. We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
Oh, look at me. Oh, what's that on my back? What's it say? Is it a bomb? Lower your weapon. It has fancy numbers. What is that? My ping in China? The numbers repeat. Sick uniform. What's the armor level? 10? Alright, well. Alright. Okay. Focus.
aptitude. And whom do we blame when a student fails?
Am I going the wrong way? It feels like it.
But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst. Setting into motion the most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve. And do not hesitate. The time for ideation is set. Now is the time for action.
Void, Roger always said he wanted his body donated. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little... Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation? Like the Sears claimed? Can any of this really be in service to the universal equation? Like the Sears claimed?
Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
By to stupefy.
about? I'm lost and stopped.
Target is...
Thank you, dear.
Wow. Wrong button again.
plan on conjuring ammo from the Aether, we ought to get the crafting some. What is it? I'll see what I can do.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Nobody around. Ain't nothing there. No. No target.
search.
Threat detected.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Locking them down. Ready, Commander. Mobilizing.
Happy to assist in crafting more ammo, if you need it.
doesn't appreciate a good orrery. Worthless. Worthless people, that's who.
Where is... Why do I keep throwing my remote controls? Oh, here. Heated grip. Never knew I needed that. Oops. Clearly, I go for the average universal key.
I cannot believe Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. Oh, I think my average walking speed will suffice once I've finished dispatching you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. in a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us. I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
I was just wondering the same question myself.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? If my numbers had supported such an outcome, do you truly believe I would have elected for all this disorder? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. I have no more predictions to offer, now or ever.
fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
Desperate times call for monastic measures. Stop the Reed's conspirators in Alexandra Monastery. Silver trophy. I want to compose a reply to her.
We should return to the incognito. Get on over to the location of those peace talks. God will beat DeVries there, but we ought to try.
The fool I was. To believe I mattered in the plan's grand scheme.
Almost no recoil. Fast magazine change. Also moves very light, fast.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? I won't trouble you to provide more details then. But please allow me to thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery from these conspirators. Without your intervention, I fear this could have been a far greater tragedy. Now, at least, we stand some hope of mitigating the divisiveness in Golden Reach. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan. I will not stand in the way of your pursuit of the malicious actors responsible for engineering this takeover. Go with the Order's blessing.
I don't know what you're complaining of. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% gay.
Nice. Nice. Oh no.
At least it was a clean dissection. Roger would appreciate that, I think.
Are you crazy,
Can any
lady?
of this really be in service to the universal equation, like the Seers claim?
Fat witch. A fabulous sandwich? Oh, the TV's on. Didn't really realize.
If it's this bad down here, can't imagine what the situation's like upstairs.
Operating on civilians is not so different from cutting into a primal. without affecting their texture.
I'd offer a personalized order prediction, but with my current backlog, your future would have come and gone.
Hostages went home safe. We'll see if those at the peace talks make it back fine as well. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
I'm so very glad the seer warned us in time.
Unless you have authorization, I haven't any...
5,000. Let's see why.
The paradigm is a
Wait, don't tell me you're one of those.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to you?
Auntie's choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands. Although a ceasefire exists, a healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Numerous invasive species found here by Auntie's choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome, but also warnings. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. The rest of this area, less so. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of diplomacy. Seems I was mistaken. They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now is the one that leads to Matriarch's mercy. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, creatures, and corporatists. Well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
Find out how you can take an active part in your future.
Was there some other matter of import you wish to discuss?
Auntie's Choice just suffered an involuntary 50% reduction in workforce.
Hey, Commander, I think Val wants us to discuss strategy. Or I could just be misunderstanding the noise.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
You have a plan, Commander? If not, may I suggest unrestrained carnage tends to grab people's attention.
Despite my skepticism regarding these peace negotiations, I favor the idea of interrupting your saboteur's malevolent aims.
This unit is obligated to advise against blowing up a space station as a form of retribution. Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised. In the absence of Victor and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander.
I almost pity the poor bastards.
Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
You know where I stand. This war's taken too many good folk from us. I'll be damned if I let DeVries add to that number.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own phantoms? I know what's at stake. I'm not asking you to set aside the mission. I'm telling you I want to be there when you face Augustine. I'm owed answers, Commander.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.
What do you need, Commander? Who exactly? Niles? He's fun to torment. I mean, he's equal parts enthusiastic and naive, even with all he's gone through. I find her amusing. In a best not to torment her or she'll kill us all kind of way, which I completely respect. Of course I do. What's not to like? To envy? Her style, her lethality. Oh, she's a professional for architect's sake. I wish I'd known about her department when I was growing up. Even as a child, I know they'd have seen my potential. Tristan's a standard issue arbiter, albeit with an extra slathering of arrogance, especially when it comes to ensuring the Protectorate's inane laws are followed without question. But as long as that ridiculously large hammer of his isn't pointed in my direction, I could watch him administer justice all day. Though he'd be loath to admit it, his propensity for violence almost matches my own. Not only does she possess more heart than your standard corporatist flunky, she's a great deal smarter as well. Don't tell her I said so. Such as?
That damn Wiley put us in an impossible situation. I'm glad those hostages can go back to their families, but I fear we played right into DeVries' hands. With that data, she could wreak more havoc than we anticipated. Look, I know the choice is yours on how you want to approach this, but it's my folk in the crosshairs. If something happens to our delegate, I don't know how I'd live with myself. If there's space by your side, I hope you'll call on me.
Sure, let's go with that. If we fail to stop DeVries, this will have dire consequences for the war and everything else. So let's not fail, huh?
Alright. This is 2 perk points and two, 1 perk point and 2 skill points. I have seen a picture of a guy that said he maxed his levels. He did so at level 30, 35 maybe. So what do we have here? 20, 23, 26. Leveling up is not done just like that. So the game is not done yet. Far from. Sometimes I focus too much on my next playthrough, which is stupid. I should just focus on this and relax. I'm gonna stop here, jump over to dailies and Fallout, and tomorrow, Friday, I'm off. I'll be home all day. Maybe I'm going to see a friend. Maybe, but it's not gonna be all night. Definitely not. So I'll jump to Fallout, see what's up. Maybe make a new camp. Maybe. I think I bought a prefab without knowing it. I was just interested in the weather station. Anyway, yeah, and I will continue from right here. If not tonight, after dailies in 76, then tomorrow. Thank you so much for having a look at the other worlds too. Take care, and I hope to see you again.